where I'd been with a guy for years and I just completely like lost that sexual interest like completely. When I'd finally get into it and it would happen, which honestly took a lot. Like I didn't want to do it.
It would be like convincing.
It was
like,
it was almost like a convincing thing, but also like, okay, like actually get me started and turned on. But then during, like you just said, it would be the kind of thing where I was like, wow, like this actually feels good. I like it. But as soon as it would end, or even the next morning waking up next to the person, I was like, ugh.
I know.
Like you couldn't fucking pay me.
Yeah. It like would take so much to get into it. And the minute it was over, I'm just like, I would always think in my head in the moment, like, oh my God, like, why don't I do this more? I'm actually enjoying it. And then it was over and I'm like, I never want to do it again.
Well, I think that goes to show you that it's not like the act of sex that you weren't enjoying.
It's
it was
the
like
person,
the person.
which is so annoying because it's like, I don't know, whatever.
And it sucks because like most of the time those are the people you're most comfortable with.
Right. So they're the ones that like know what to do, like know what you like, but it's you just don't want to fucking do it with them.
Yeah.
So,
and that's just not good. That's when you need to get the fuck out.
Yeah,
honestly.
and run for your goddamn life as fast as you possibly can.
Yeah, and that I wanted to also talk about people who nut extra fast.
Okay, that, and then we have something else funny that we need to talk about after that.
Okay. So fast nuts. I just want to. This isn't really that long of a topic, but I just thought it was necessary to bring up because I think everyone has probably, both male and female, experienced fast nutting, and it's very different for a female to like come fast versus a guy.
Oh yeah.
So I think girls obviously they orgasm and come multiple times during sex, if you're lucky.
If you're lucky, some do, some don't.
Yeah, but then if a guy nuts really fast, I mean it's a fucking buzzkill.
Well, because their fucking dick softens up like a gummy worm. Meanwhile, girl, even if you orgasm, you can keep going. You're still wet usually. Like it's not a big deal.
Right, and I will say that. I think that when you're with a new guy for the first time or first few times, because you're new, they're new, the whole experience is new. Most of the time, especially depending on their experience level, if it's like, I feel like if it's more on the lower side of experience, they're going to nut fast. Fast meaning 30 seconds to 60 seconds, which
literally
is actually crazy. But I will say that over time, I think I mean, I know it gets better because I think, they start to learn how to last longer, and I don't even think it's that they get more comfortable with you. I mean, maybe it is to a degree,
well,
but
also too, just like if they're having sex more, like if a guy hasn't had sex in a while,
builds.
Yeah, like they can basically like control it more or last longer. For me, I always take it as a fucking compliment.
It is a compliment. It definitely is a compliment, and I think it's also good if it happens. Then, like maybe in 10, 15 minutes, you're able to go again. It's really not a big deal. But I just wanted to bring it up because it's definitely something that's happened to me multiple times. And I think that the first few times it happened, it was almost like kind of like, oh God, like an embarrassing thing. But now as I've gotten older, you look at it as a compliment and you can always go multiple times.
Yeah. I mean, it can be frustrating if you're like in the moment and you feel like a couple more minutes and you're going to fucking come too.
That
and
sucks.
Then they fucking bust. Like I had times where I'm literally like, don't come. And they have to fucking stop and wait a second,
right,
before they keep going.
To gather themselves. But
then also, like we were saying, it's like a compliment. Like sometimes if a guy's like I had this one guy tell me like that's literally the fastest I've ever come, like ever, and I was like, yeah,
bomb ass pussy. Yeah, so no, I think that it's definitely I don't know. I think it's very normal and it happens, but men do build their tolerance up over time, with you and just in general, like Claudia said, if you guys are having sex a lot, but. Yeah, that's definitely something I wanted to bring up because it happens, and
it's really not like a lot of people are like, oh, like we've gotten messages of people being like, my boyfriend comes like so quick, whatever. Like, it's not a bad thing. Like, it's literally just like keep doing it. It'll get better. It means that you're doing something right.
Yeah,
so.
For sure. And it's funny, kind of like.
Yeah, I usually am just like,
it's kind of fun.
Like, hi.
I know. Haha, my pussy did that to your fucking cock, boy.